Hello, good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday to us all. Hope you had a brilliant and amazing day. Wow. Welcome to Real Talk with Bianca. Always a pleasure and a delight to be with you. This is episode number 31. And of course, I'm never alone. I'm always have an amazing speaker lined up. And you know what? You need to stay glued to your seats because this amazing lady is going to share her powerful story of how she transformed her health. So if you want to find out, I'll just advise you to stick around. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Bianca Aila. I'm a mom of three boys. I'm a health and a lifestyle coach. I actually live in the Republic of Ireland, Dublin to be precise. So my passions and hobbies of us, I'm a Christian by religion, and I love music. So I'm a gospel music singer. I like having fun, enjoying myself. That is your girl. Yeah. So if you have good vibes, good energy, hey, you must hook up with me. I'm your girl. All right. So that is about me. So I'm just going to before I call bring in my speaker to the spotlight. Just bear with me. Before I bring my speaker to the spotlight, I want to first of all spotlight myself and finish. Okay, so you're wondering, okay, what is this show about? Obviously, our topic is mindset, your roadway to health. So, I really love this topic because I believe that mindset plays a very major role in each and every aspect of our life. If you have the right mindset, you can be able to accomplish anything in your life, whether in your marriage, whether in your relationship, whether work relationship, or whatever it is, in success, in your health, in losing weight, in gaining weight, no matter what it is, if you have the right mindset, you are good to go and you can be able to accomplish anything that you put your mind to. So that's why I bring different speakers here to come and share their stories, to to let us understand how they have been able to do it, because sometimes we overthink these things and we say that no, we cannot do it, it's too hard, it's too difficult. We just judge ourselves just because of what people have said to us. No, you're not good enough, you cannot do it, you're this, you're that. So we've taken all that negative noise from outside and made it to block our minds. And that fear also has been a major thing that has maybe making people or stopping people from accomplishing whatever they are trying to achieve in their life. So yeah, so that's going to be the best version of yourself. So we discuss different topics on this channel, but for now we are still on the series of mindset, your roadway to health. So like I said earlier on, if you just jump on, this is episode number 31. So I have one amazing lady that I met in one of our programs last year. Actually, we met on our way back at the airport. I didn't even know we're coming from the same place. Our community is a community of happy people. So we just started chatting and chatting. Then I discovered, oh my God, wow. So we're into the same business. Actually, we're in the same place and we didn't even know we didn't meet there. So that's how we started our relationship. So I'm super delighted to have him, on board tonight. And um, I can't wait to hear her amazing story. So I'm going to bring her to the spotlight. Hello, Elaine Miller. Miss Elaine, how are you doing today?
Hi, Bianca. I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me onto your mindset program. It's been, I kind of don't know where I'm going with this, but it's kind of out of my comfort zone. But um, I do appreciate getting your invite.
Wow, wow. I actually want to say massive thank you for coming on board and joining me tonight and accepting to do this. I know, it's not easy. Sometimes we are shy to be on the camera and talk. I mean, let me shock you and tell you something about myself. My my uplines are here, they can testify. When they used to tell me you need to go live, I used to tell them, hell no, I'm not going live, because I had zero confidence. I was afraid of, live video. But guess what? This is me here now hosting a show. So, the thing I was talking about, mindset and fear. Once you get to just be open and tell yourself, you know what? If this person can do it, I can do it. So I know that you can do it because I heard you speaking. You're an amazing speaker, and I believe one day you'll be a great motivational speaker or a talk show host. And I know you have it in you. All right. So now, can you just introduce yourself to our audience? We want to know who's Elaine Miller.
Thank you so much. My name's Elaine Miller and I'm from Enniskillen. So I suppose my history is I worked in mental health for years, and then I went and got married, had two kids. After the second daughter, she's 16 now, I left working with mental health and I took time out because I had postnatal depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I always suffered with gaining weight. So it was great when I was pregnant with the two children because, that old quote that you can eat for two and nobody cared. It was like you were allowed to. So loved that,
Mm-hmm.
but then didn't love the idea of having to get it off again. So lo and behold, after Lauren was born, when I realized I had postnatal depression, I stayed in the house. I didn't go out. I was not in a very good place. My only priority was look after the child and like not going out. I was eating fast foods and more weight was going on until a friend of mine said to me, I think, Elaine, you need to go and see the doctor. And I was going, why, what's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with me? And she said, I think you need to go and get yourself seen about. So once somebody else said that, realized like, yes, Elaine, this is not the real you. So went and my doctor actually referred me to a counsellor. So that was Lauren was born in the July, that was say October, November time. When I started
Mm-hmm.
then looking after myself and doing what the counsellor had said, I was so against getting any medication after working mental health. I didn't want to be going down the road of antidepressants. And to be totally honest, the real reason I didn't want to get antidepressants was most of them you gained weight with. And with having so much weight
Mm-hmm.
on,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to gain any more. So then in the January of that year, that following year, somebody mentioned about a new slimming class in the area opening up. And I thought, okay, so I'm getting my mind working better with going to the counsellor. Now I need to look after what's from the neck down. And I went to the slimming class. So I was doing very well. And when I was going to the counsellor then every week, she seen me getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it was herself said to me, I think you'd be very good, because every week I was going to her, she was asking me questions, what was I doing to lose the weight? And I was telling her, and it was herself that
Mm-hmm.
said, I think you'd be good at that. You should train to do that, to be, a weight management coach or
Wow.
whatever. I was thinking, like you said earlier,
Wow.
absolutely no way would I do that. Imagine standing in front of people, telling them how to do something, and
Mm-hmm.
carrying weight. I was always feeling a second class citizen carrying weight. So I did not want to be in the front of the photograph. I didn't want to be in a video. Certainly didn't want to be talking in front of people. So that went on. Then the more I thought, the seed was planted. And that
Mm-hmm.
year I decided on Lauren's first birthday to go to be interviewed to see would I do this. So the following January, I became a weight management health advisor. And needless to say, I was very good at it. Loved it, loved helping people. And I was brilliant at it. But it was 6 years ago, ill health in the family came, and I had a brother took a brain tumor and my mum took a tumor in her lung. So cancer had hit the family
Wow.
twice. And then I resorted back to the old Elaine, comfort eating, trying to be strong for everybody else, but then going back in my own wee corner and reverting back to the unhealthy food, snacking, binging. Crisps was my downfall. So the weight started to pile on. And with that, even my mum's dying wish was, please, Elaine, get yourself back in control so that you don't gain all your weight. But I couldn't manage to pull it back at all. So with owning my own classes, because I went out in weight management then on my own, I didn't want to give it up, Bianca, because I didn't want to feel a fraud. My head space, my mind was in a really bad place. But when I left the classes, I reverted back into that old Elaine, that child, that comfortette, that person who was in a really bad dark hole. I was in such dark hole that I was fearful of where I was going with that. And we talk about our mindset now, the way I am now, but then it was always like a carrot on a string heading in front of me, that I was always on that mindset years ago. I'll be happy when I get there. And I was living my life wasting my years, because I was always running after something. I knew it was like a hamster wheel that I was never going to get. So COVID hit. COVID pushed me into where I wanted to go, but was the fear of being a failure, and didn't want to give up my classes, but I needed to. So the doors closed on all weight management. The doors closed on all beauticians, hairdressers. We know it all in the March. So that gave me the opportunity. I resorted back to nearly where I was with eating for two, because I thought, I don't have to go out. I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to show up for anybody else. And it was like jammy days and eating and drinking the wrong food. I didn't have to get up to go out anywhere. And it got so bad that I went up again to way up to size 26. I got to the stage I was hardly fit to tie my own shoelaces. I just feared my health was deteriorating as well. And I was in such a dark hole that I was nearly hoping that something would happen to me to save me from doing self-harm, that if my health went that bad, that I took a heart attack or a stroke, that I would be gone. I then even decided and looked into getting a gastric sleeve done, which nobody ever knew that, because it was only the husband and my children that I had said it to. And I was basically researched it, was going after COVID was over, was going to go and pay £6,000 to get this. And like that, my husband thought, my father had a heart attack when he was 40, a stroke when he was 50, and he probably thought, if I go on any bed for any surgery, I won't make it. And my answer back to him was, I'm going to die anyway if I don't. I just felt my mind wasn't allowing me to make proper choices. I was in that darker hole. So that went on to August of the year of COVID, and everything was kind of coming back. But like what people are doing, and maybe we'll see us on here, somebody scrolling Facebook, hopefully, I was sitting looking through Facebook, and I seen this lady, and she had more energy, better mood, lost weight. And I was thinking, oh my God, what has she got? I want it. So I contacted her, and the only one I had mentioned it to was my son, because if I had mentioned it to the husband, like I'm sure people watching here has husbands out there that's going to say, don't be so foolish, you've done something like this before. And I happened to just say it to my 23-year-old. And he came home from work that evening, and he said to me, he says, well, Ma, how did you get on with the lady you were ringing? And I goes, wait till you hear. Fruit, veg and berries in a capsule. My goodness, talk about a load of nonsense. I hardly
imagine.
I didn't even give her the time to add me to a
talk.
Facebook page. I didn't give her the time to explain any more, because I thought, you know what? I've heard it all. You think I come up the river in a bubble? This is so horrendous. Like,
nonsense.
There is no, in all the years I've helped people lose weight, I never thought I could hear such nonsense that fruit, veg and berries. Like, I stood in front of people always telling them, you need to eat with a knife and fork. It's mind over matter. It's the most important 9 inches from here to here. Just get yourself sorted. But it was never that easy. When we're good, if you're carrying weight, we're very good. And when we're bad, I was bloody awful. So I started scrolling more and more to find out, like, if she had only if I had to give her the time to add me to the help results page. But
Yeah.
I came across it, and then I read some stories, and it was one lady's story, and it just blew my mind away, because I thought all these things was photoshopped. They were all telling porky pies that there was no way it could be that good, and like, it's throwing good money to bad. How could something so simple work? So when my son came home, he said, "Mum, did you look into that?" And I goes, "Yeah, but wait do you hear?" Like, I says, "There's no way that I'm going to, like, I mean, that's nonsense. There's no way that could work." And he just goes, "Mum, you've often spent the same money on a gadget for your kitchen. Just go and give it a try." And that was the light bulb moment. I thought,
Wow. Thanks God for
this
your son. Wow.
this child is wanting his mommy to come back, to be mommy again, to be
Oh.
happy. And
Oh.
that's, he had lost, like, I mean, the two children had lost a happy mommy, and hubby had lost a happy wife,
I
and
can
I
really
was giving up on
imagine.
life. So
Oh.
if anybody's watching your page and they're thinking, they're skeptical, or they're sitting on the fence, I was the unhappy wife. I was the down and out mummy. I was the one that painted the picture on my face. If you watch that television advertisement where you put the mask on and you go out and you smile and everybody thinks
Yeah,
Australia's the big
okay.
happy-go-lucky girl, that was
But
me.
inside you're dying.
Inside, I was broken.
Hmm.
So I still was so skeptical. I started taking the fruit, veg, and berries. And I started, remember, I knew what to do. I wrote the book of how to lose weight, but I just didn't follow it. So I went back to basics, following my own
I
plan.
like that one.
And the first week, I lost 8 pounds. The second week, I
Wow.
lost 4 pounds. And then it was into the second week. For anybody who's listening, I run weight management classes for 15 years. When I was good, I was good. When I was bad, I was bad. But I never had the energy that I felt while taking these. So if there's somebody on here watching thinking, I go to a weight management class, I pay my weekly fee, I don't need things like these, you do. I only wish I had found them 15 years ago,
15 years ago.
if only.
Wow.
But that is me in the old. That is no longer. I have found them now. How grateful I am that I have. I will never give them up. If they doubled in price, my husband and my children would run to buy them for me if I decided to give them up, because I am now the
Oh.
happy mummy. I am now the best wife. I am now, like, just as I say, I done a double live yesterday, and I was saying to one of the girls, I'm on top of the world. My blood
Wow.
pressure was 200 over 100. It is now normal.
What?
My
200
blood,
over 100.
I was a
Wow.
walking heart attack or stroke. The year my mum
Oh
was
my God.
going for chemotherapy, I actually asked the nurse, would she tell me what my highest reading was? And the energy, the mood, nobody could get me in bad mood now. Funny, the husband came home from work today, and
Hey,
he was going
congrats to you,
he was
man.
kind he was kind of going off in one, because it was a really bad day and everything was going bad for him. And I just went out of the house, and I thought, he got my daughter to ring me, where are you? And I goes, I'm not wasting time listening to that energy. I don't have enough time for that. I took myself off,
Wow.
went for a walk. When I came back, he knew he was winding me up, and he was going, okay, I'll not do that again. I don't spend time on negative Nellies anymore. No time for them. So basically, that's where I'm at. I'm still on my
Wow.
weight loss journey, because I had lost 6 stone. I have been partying from Mallorca because I turned 50. Yes, I am a positive Polly. And then I turned 50 2 weeks ago. So I've been partying like a real hard party animal. And then because the
You
company,
have to, girl, enjoy it to the fullest.
oh, well,
Healthy you.
I,
And happy birthday to you.
if anybody else
Yeah.
enjoys it any better, I'll tell you, I am definitely enjoying going into the 50s, because my 40s, I couldn't wait to get out of Bianca, because there was so
Hmm.
many negative things. And I was always wishing my life away until I got there, until I done something that made me happy.
Hmm.
And I have found these magic beans, and they make me happy.
Wow. 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 Oh my God. Your story is so it's so mind blowing. It's emotional. It's got my emotions running in so many different ways. And sometimes people judge people that have weight. They don't really know what people are going through. So, I've learned to know that, when you see someone that's carrying weight, don't be too quick to judge that person, because you don't know what that person is going through. And I noticed that it's a common thing that, people that have a certain weight, like that I, let me say, call overweight, because I was there myself, and I know at that time when people were telling me, oh, you're fat, I used to get so offended. So when people are telling you that, sometimes it's like, it's rubbing salt like to the wound, so I can just relate to what you are saying and how it affects your mental health when you're in that place that you don't like yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't like yourself. You feel you are no longer, every woman wants to feel that they are this sexy lady. You, when you dress up, you look good, you feel yourself. I was at that point in my life as well, that I didn't even want to take pictures, like you said, that you want to go to the back, because, or maybe people will start seeing folds here that, you don't look good on pictures. But now, hey, when I'm the first person to say, hey, I want a selfie now, because of what this amazing product you're talking about and this program has done for me. Gaining back your health, it gives you that confidence. It gives you that, it makes you to fall in love with your body again. It makes you to fall in love with yourself. And I love one thing that you mentioned. You say you've been into this weight loss program for 15 years. And within your first week, you lost 8 pounds, something that you've never seen before. That has never happened. And the fact that you're saying, talking about that, people talking about fruits and vegetable in a capsule. I mean, I don't blame people for them thinking that that is pure nonsense. I mean, unless you've tried it and experienced it, you won't really believe it. It just sounds like a myth. It sounds
Yes.
like a myth. So
Yeah.
that's why I'll say to you, whoever is still out there, I don't know what your problem is. Maybe you are struggling with that binge eating, and you are still struggling with mental health affects so many people's health. And once you start going that route, you just keep going down. So that's why we're here to just come and encourage you that don't give up on yourself. There's still hope. We are here to encourage you, to hold your hand, to help you, take you through that journey of regaining that confidence, loving yourself. And I love that you say that now you're a happy mom, you're a happy wife. Everybody's happy, because if you're not happy about yourself, guess what? The people around you, they become miserable. Sometimes you feel shame for the poor husband and the poor children, because any small thing you're just lashing out at them. But when you are happy and you're healthy, you have high energy, like, everyone wants to be around you. And it's a happy home. So
Yeah.
I like to say massive congratulations to you for taking that bold step, irregardless of the fact that you were skeptical in the beginning. And I'm glad that you gave it a chance, because we don't know, God forbid, we don't know what would have happened by now. I mean, having a blood pressure of 200 over 100, oh my God, that is like close to a stroke.
Yeah.
I know I was at that place in my life, when I was diagnosed with blood pressure and kidney. That's what happened to me as well. My blood pressure was that high. They were asking me, how are you still even breathing, with this kind of blood pressure? You understand? So, I'm really grateful for your amazing journey. I'm grateful that, you found this amazing product, you have found and regained that confidence and that happiness. So sorry, my broadband is a bit unstable. So if it breaks off, just bear with me. So what would you like to say, like, besides the berries, what else did you use to help you, support you in that journey?
I've initially first started on the fruit, veg, and berries, and people said to me, "Oh, you must be doing the shred part of the program that shreds our weight loss, the 10-day
Mm-hmm.
shred." And I was somebody who really didn't like milkshakes. If I went to McDonald's with the children, I wouldn't ever even taste theirs. So I had it in my head again. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about our mindset that I
Mm-hmm.
just thought I didn't like milkshakes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I decided to join the business, I thought I can't promote something if I can't talk about it, if I don't know about it. So then I
Mm-hmm.
decided I would do a 10-day shred. And oh my God, like, I mean, see, just to feel better, the more energy, the better sleep, just cleansing our gut. That was another game changer. So along the way, if anybody's out there sitting thinking, I couldn't do that, couldn't do something for 10 days, that was me as well. I thought I couldn't be without gluten or without, you know, when I first heard gluten free, dairy free, sugar free, no processed foods, I thought, what can I
Mm-hmm.
eat? We were saying what we can, but it's nearly my whole home can eat what I'm eating doing it, and they don't know any different. They don't know that
Mm-hmm.
the past is no longer gluten free. They don't know that the porridge they're taking is gluten free. So then I do that every so often, Bianca, when I want to. I do it most of the times with the company. Now, I don't always stay the full 10 days because life happens. And if I had to go to a wedding or something, well, I will go and I will enjoy. But what I will do is get back on track right away the next day and stick to it the best I can. So, like, I mean, I would have always shied away from exercise. Now I'm up in the mornings and I'd walk in at 6:30 in the morning, whereas I would have
Mm-hmm.
been a bed buddy, I would have been a couch potato. So it's just, I suppose, fueling that energy and using that energy now to the best when I want to. Like, there's a stairway to heaven here in Fermanagh. It's like stairs right up. Like, a lot of people in Fermanagh who hadn't done it, hadn't walked it. I was one of those people. And last
Oh,
year I done it 3 times. So the biggest changes would be something like that. My mobility is better. And
wow.
just the biggest one, more energy, love and life, and I'm up for anything, ready for anything, you know.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. You're a powerful and amazing stories. And I believe that if there was someone that was still skeptical, I'm going to share your picture, your before and after, before we go off now. So let me just share it. I'm going to share my screen. So let's show people where you were, how the old Elaine and the new Elaine. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
It's coming now.
If you can see, can you just drop in the chat? Can you see the screen? Can you see it now?
Thumbs up.
Can you?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So look at the old Elaine and look at the new. Can you see that great difference?
And the
You
news
know,
not the news not finished yet.
and you're not even finished yet. Imagine. Just look at that amazing and great transformation. Well done, you girl. You've done a great job. Wow, this is super, super, super awesome. Super amazing. Let me see if I can be able to share mine. Let me get mine. I hope I have it close by. Okay. Then we see, because when we are talking sometimes without proof, we are not showing. It's like it's just a myth. Like you thought these pictures were photoshopped, right?
Yeah.
Let me show my own as well, you know, to just try and prove a point, because people don't believe us when we are saying all these things. Okay, let me go to my gallery. Just give me a sec. So guys, we are not doing any medical claim here. She's just sharing what has helped her. And with all these things, she took simple steps. So what I like to say is, don't want to overwhelm yourself. Take baby steps, something that we call one simple change, one step at a time. Once, it's very easy to make something a lifestyle if you're doing taking baby steps. But if you want like to do everything and overwhelm yourself, it will be hard for you to to maintain it and make it a lifestyle. You did once, twice, and then you just, rebound and go back to your old habits. But when you are taking this thing one step at a time, it makes the job easier for you. It makes it easier for you to start enjoying it, and make it a lifestyle. For example, if you know you're taking 2 bottles of Coke per day, start by reducing, from two to one, until maybe you get to a point where you are taking maybe once a week. You understand? Give yourself time. Don't overwhelm yourself and think you want to do all the exercise in one day and finish all the exercise. If you try to do it that way, it won't work and it will overwhelm you. So let me see. All right. I'm just sharing my picture. Found it close by. I'm supposed to get it ready. Okay. So I'm going to open mine now, but I think I need to download it. I'll stop sharing again and open it again. All right. So this is what also helped me, by taking baby steps. Because in the past, I used to see that I wanted to do, everything at once, and I was overwhelming myself. I was just overwhelming myself. I couldn't keep up with it because I'll starve myself for those 2 days, 3 days. Then after that, I'll start eating double of what I was eating before. But once I started taking those baby steps, it made it much easier for me to make it a lifestyle. Okay, my picture's ready. So that is the Bianca before and after. What do you think, guys? Isn't this amazing? You know, through healthy nutrition, and also for you to be able to, you need to believe in yourself. Tell yourself in that mind, if other people can do it, I can do it. And don't be too hard on yourself, and just give yourself that space. Celebrate your small wins. If you've come from taking 2 cokes to 1 coke, I mean, clap for yourself and say, well done, Bianca, well done, Elaine. Okay, so what's the next step? Once you do that 1 week, 2 weeks, the next time, you get better at it the more you're doing it. If you can't exercise, start with even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes a day. As the weeks go by, you go 10 minutes a day. I'm against the people that want to do everything at once and overwhelm themselves. No. Once you do it gradually, it's very easy for you to make it a lifestyle. And I'm telling you, you will feel better and have better energy and self confidence. So look at me then. Look at me now. Hmm? Isn't this amazing? So
Brilliant.
I'm just going to end it there for now. I don't know if you have any final remarks, anything that you'd like to say to our audience out there. As someone that is a specialist in the field, you said you're already working in the field for years. So you kind of like know the kind of mindset people have. So what would you like to say to our viewers back at home that are still, you know, fighting with themselves, saying, this is not true. Can I do this? I can't do this. What would you say to them?
If anybody who was like me, a comfort eater,
Mm-hmm.
who relied on their, like, I mean, we all eat with our emotions. We are happy, we eat, we're sad, we eat, we
Mm-hmm.
celebration, we're grieving. But being on these products really get us back to square one, that we are not living our life, that we're either really bad or really good. We're living our life every day, fueling our body with good nutrition, which curbs our appetite. It helps us make better choices in life, which it helped me make better choices. So if I do go off on one, as I was saying, you heard me say on Saturday, I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel a failure. I don't go off and stay off track for months anymore. I can
Mm-hmm.
go off, enjoy myself, party the night away, and get up. This is the crazy thing. You're fit to get up the next morning. Like, I mean, even if I had quite a few drinks the night before, I have seen me getting up and doing housework at 8 o'clock in the morning again. And my son would
Wow.
say, oh my God, mom, like, what
Where
has
do you
happened
get
to
the
you?
energy?
Like my husband, my son, my daughter, they're all taking these capsules, you
Wow.
know. So if they're good enough for my children, which is my most sacred treasure, they're good enough for anybody. So that is me. If you're on the fence, like me, thinking so skeptical, but I researched it, I looked into it, I found another girl's story that I thought she could not be telling lies. She
Mm-hmm.
had 5 different cancers. So I thought, there's no way. I lived with 2 different cancers in my family. And I thought she could not tell lies about that. So I'm so grateful for her story. So if it's my story or Bianca's story you're listening to, I hope that you're the one in 6 months, in 1 year, in 2 months saying, I'm so grateful that I came across this on Facebook because it has changed my life. It really has changed mine. And I only hope it has changed somebody else's who is listening to your page tonight.
Wow, thank you so much, Elaine. Yeah, I'm so grateful for your journey, so grateful for your story. That's transformation, because I know not being a happy person is the worst thing ever. You know, um, I'm really, really delighted for you, and I'm happy and blessed to also have come across this product. I'm grateful to the person that introduced me to this amazing product, and I will forever remain grateful to that person. So I like to say, I don't know whose platform you're watching this from, whoever will share this video with you, reach out to that person and ask them, please, I'd like to know which program you're talking about, that these two beautiful ladies were just talking about in the program. They'll definitely give you more information. If there was any questions that we did not answer, feel free to reach out and find out from whoever shared this video from you. If you didn't watch it from my platform, don't get back to me. If you didn't watch it from Elaine's platform, get back to the person that shared the video with you. They will be more than happy to give you all the information. And remember, we need to eat our food as our medicine, and not medicine as our food. Because I was that girl, I was eating food as medicine. I used to take 10 types of medications myself. But since I started this product, I've reduced to two. So I'm now eating my food as my medicine. So we don't want, prevention is better than cure. Those are my final remarks to you. And thank you for joining us and staying tuned for tonight. Please help us to share this video. If you're watching from the YouTube channel, please make sure that you like, you share, you comment, and subscribe um, to the channel. And if it's Facebook, help us to share. Let us reach out, because we cannot do it on our own. We are trying to heal our nation with food, with the right nutrition. God bless you all and have a brilliant day. So see you evening. See you next time, Tuesday again for another episode. And we are going off